It's been a wet and stormy couple of days across the Sunshine State, with a big wet set to continue over the next few days. We've got showers and storms through the northern two-thirds of the state, with rainfall across the southeast this morning. It should be easing off for the afternoon though. We will see the return of some stronger onshore winds, which basically means for the coastal areas of Queensland over the next 4 days, it is looking extremely wet. But further south, those across Sydney are basking in finally some summer sunshine. Yesterday across the city, we reached 27 degrees. There was a little bit of cloud cover, but the sunshine was out in abundance for the afternoon. Today we're in for another top of 27 degrees, plenty of sunshine. Those beautiful conditions will continue until the end of the working week and right through the weekend. Just a very slight chance of a light shower for Sunday, but make the most of this sunshine because unfortunately we have a wet outlook for our autumn months, all due to the fact that we've got record high water temperatures in the Indian Ocean off the west coast of Australia. Combine that with La Nina conditions through the east, so most of the nation is set to see above average rainfall this autumn. For your local weather and warnings at any time, press red for Weather Active, powered by Telstra 4G. Finally, we've got some beautiful beach weather returning for the south and parts of the east coast, in particular New South Wales. Unfortunately, if you're across southeast Queensland, we've got a wet and stormy couple of days. Some rainfall this morning across Noosa. It should be easing back for this afternoon with a top of 27 degrees. Surf up around the 1 to 2 foot mark. The Gold Coast seeing similar weather and similar waves around today. You can see those southeasterly winds were definitely favourable across Rainbow Bay yesterday. We saw a bit of sunshine out. That rainfall definitely kicked in throughout the evening, but nice and clean conditions out there, which is what we're seeing again today. A top of 28 degrees across Rainbow Bay. It is looking a little bit on the wet side with a few showers on the forecast for Byron. 26 degrees, so southeasterly winds up to around 20 kilometres per hour, so the protected point breaks will be your best option for a paddle today. Port Macquarie 27 as a top. We've got a couple of showers with surf up around the 1 to 2 foot mark. Those winds coming in from the south with similar weather and similar waves across Newcastle, possibly a little bit bigger at times though, with 25 degrees as a top temperature. That swell should be easing back for the afternoon, so the best time to get out in the water will be throughout the morning. Light winds for Sydney siders and lots of sunshine. Finally, some beautiful beach weather, 27 degrees as a top. Now, south facing beaches like Bondi will be seeing the best of the swell today, coming in at around the 2 to 3 foot mark this morning. Yesterday was looking a little bit on the messy side, but the water is still lovely if you want to get in there for a swim. The water temperature sitting at around 20 to 21 degrees, with 25 as a top for Wollongong. Lots of sunshine, and that swell will be easing back for the afternoon, up around the 2 to 3 foot mark for exposed beaches this morning. Swell will be kicking in across the south coast though, 27 for Phillip Island, lots of sunshine, surf in the 3 to 4 foot range and westerly winds today, but looking reasonably light. Willamai yesterday saw lots of sunshine around, quite a lovely afternoon to get down there for a stroll. Wasn't looking all that great out on the water, with those onshore winds creating a little bit of a bump out there. 27 for Torquay, plenty of sunshine today. Surf up around the 2 foot mark this morning, possibly even a little bit bigger on the sets into the afternoon, with 25 across Victor Harbour. Surf up around the 3 foot mark at best. Will be increasing slightly into the afternoon, with that swell coming in more from the south to southeast. We've got southeasterly winds as well. They will be reasonably light. Seaford yesterday was looking lovely. Glistening off the water was that sunshine. Check it out. A bit of a breeze this morning though. Fairly light winds around with a top of 25 degrees. Very small conditions out on the water though, but a lovely day for a swim or for the stand-up paddle boarders. Margaret River yesterday was looking lovely. We actually got a little warmer than we were expecting. It was looking quite bumpy with those westerly winds. Today looking a little bit more comfortable for beachgoers with 29 as a top. We've got partly cloudy skies and swell kicking up to around the 5 foot mark. We swell up around 2 foot for Perth, 29 degrees. It will be a little bit bumpy out there though with those onshore westerly winds. And overall we're in for a dry day today, but we might see a couple of morning showers for tomorrow. I'd like to leave you now on a photo that has been sent in by one of our viewers. This one from Graham Nixon from Brunswick Head in New South Wales. This photo sent in from the storms over his place yesterday. Send your photos into us via our website, weatherchannel.com.au, and for your local weather, including your tide times, press red for Weather Active, powered by Telstra 4G. Here at Mudgee Bar on the Gold Coast, we've seen heavy rainfall over the last couple of days, and as a result, we've got moderate to major flooding at the moment in the Mudgee Bar Creek, which is just behind me. Firstly, to our top weather headline, with the flooding rainfall continuing across areas of Queensland and northern New South Wales, and floodwaters will continue to rise over the next couple of days. Across Charleville and Queensland, we should reach major flood levels during the day today and also Saturday. Major flooding is occurring at Mitchell and still rising. The area has been declared a natural disaster zone and evacuation centres have been set up. This is the highest flood levels we've seen on record, higher than the 1956 floods. Here on the Gold Coast, floodwaters have caused major problems. We've got road closures around Robina, some schools have been evacuated and people have been cut off from their homes. The band of rainfall that's been affecting areas of Queensland and northern New South Wales has been over the same area for the last few days. You can notice here on the radar there's some very deep shades of red on the echoes. That's indicating those heavy falls, but not really moving anywhere, so allowing those rainfall totals to really build up. This morning on the Gold Coast, we've seen rainfall rates of 50 millimetres over just the space of an hour. We've got traffic chaos on the Pacific Highway from Brisbane to the Gold Coast and road closures around this area in Majaribah. It has just been incredible, Josh. Areas through southern Queensland have picked up more than 200 millimetres over the last 7 days. The previous 7 days to that we saw some more heavy rainfall as well, so the ground is completely saturated. It's no surprise that we've got some moderate to major flooding still occurring across southern inland parts of Queensland. The entire town of St George has now been evacuated, so that's over 3,000 residents. That's the largest evacuation in the state's history. Around 10,000 people were evacuated through northern parts of New South Wales, so the situation is still quite critical despite the floodwaters receding across many areas. And across the border into Moree as well across New South Wales, floodwaters have caused devastation across the town, and as you can imagine, the locals are having a pretty tough time at the moment.
Everyone is exhausted mentally and physically. And taking your favourite furniture outside and dumping it on the gutter to be picked up and taken to the tip, it's soul-destroying hard work. Country people aren't frightened of hard work, but when you're throwing away your favourite possessions, it's pretty tough.
It really is heartbreaking to hear stories like that. That was Katrina from Moree. I have some very exciting news for you if you are on the east coast of New South Wales. Some beautiful beach weather is finally on the forecast this weekend. Dry skies throughout the day on Saturday and also Sunday. I wish I had better news for you if you're across Queensland. We've got increasing onshore winds, and check out the shading of red for the coast. It's going to be a very wet weekend for you. Now, some of that moisture that's coming in from the Coral Sea will extend further south throughout the day on Saturday and Sunday, having an effect on eastern parts of South Australia. Western New South Wales and eventually Victoria will also be affected by this rainfall. There is the potential for some thunderstorms as well. For the start of the weekend in Adelaide though, it's looking lovely with a top of 37 degrees, 34 for Melbourne, so perhaps a nice day to get down to the coastline. And for Sydney-siders, 27 with lots of sunshine, a beautiful day for Canberra as well with 30 degrees. But make the most of those sunny skies. There is a very slight chance for a couple of showers rolling in across Canberra with 28 degrees. For Hobart, 35 for you for the end of the weekend. Check out that temperature, the chance of a couple of late showers developing. It's looking sunny across Melbourne with 34. The very slight chance for light shower or two for Sydney, but I think that's going to change with a top of 28 for the end of the weekend. Showers also on the way across Brisbane with 29, and it's looking hot across the Red Centre with 37 for the Alice. For the West Coast, though, those temperatures are looking much more comfortable with 26 for Perth and the chance for a couple of showers. For your local weather, including your 10-day forecast, just press red for Weather Active, powered by Telstra 4G.